So the Miami Heat picked up Norman Powell, Kevin Love, and Kyle Anderson are going to Utah, and John Collins is going to the LA Clippers. It's a decent move for Miami. I don't think Norman Powell moves the needle a whole lot, but it's a decent move. It makes Pat Riley like he kind of made a halfway okay move. It's far cry from what you want from Pat Riley, but it's a dent. It's a ding. It's not a full fledged, but it's all right. I mean, Powell had a pretty good year last year, but he stunk in the postseason, and I don't know what that's going to mean big picture. Uh, I mean, it's give or take. With any of these trades and any of these moves that you make. As far as Kevin Love is the end of the road, he's going to Utah, which is basically being in Saudi Arabia, and Utah sucks, so he's out there. Kyle Anderson, I mean, that's kind of how it's going to end. I'm sure somebody might consider a buyout, but I don't know. What can you? Who's going to really touch Kevin Love at this stage? At this stage of his career, it's pretty much the end of the ropes, and it's not like the contender's going to. Who's a contender that would use him per se? But he was instrumental in the Heat's 2023 run through some sick outlet passes. Came up big with Butler and Bam and Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson, those guys. So, but and of course the Clippers get John Collins, which was a good move for them. I think the Clippers are making good moves in the off season. Norman Powell, had he came correct, probably would have gotten another look. Now Tyronn Lue ain't gonna get rid of guards too much, so. But for Miami, it's a decent pickup. Norman Powell is decent. He's good. It's just that the Heat need something to really shake South Beach, and they are far cry from shaking. They're not even, they really don't have that kind of ooh. You're looking for that ooh. As a Heat fan, they got a long ways to go. They got to get somebody in there that can complement Bam and Tyler, and because Pat Riley is always trying to promise that he's gonna pull that big fish out to sea. But his prizes lately have been like out of a Cracker Jack box. You get like a glass that's about that big, and he's trying to make it where you can expand it and it don't expand. So they got their work cut out in the drafts. There's a lot to see how it all turns out. Uh, missed out on some free agents, missed out on some things. I knew Kevin Durant wasn't no option, and I don't know where they'll go. I really don't know, but I'm sure they'll look to explore some other options. But the bottom line is Norman Powell, he's good. Tyler Hero's very good, bam. But you ain't got that alpha. And that's what's hurting Miami right now. And who is that guy that can get their hands on? Who's that dude? I don't know. They got Riley may be looking in the bushes. Maybe there's a side deal. I don't know. But it's gonna be kind of tough because Kevin Love actually did fit the Heat. He did fit, and that's saying something. But after last year's fiasco and the meltdown with Butler and Pat Riley and the team's lack of defense and just being a playing tournament team and not really doing nothing against Cleveland and getting embarrassed, there had to be wholesale changes and clearances. So we'll see what this means. But yeah, Norman Powell is, he cool, but I know the Heat are looking for something, but I don't know if Pat Riley can pull it out. But let me know what you think about the moves. John Collins going to the Clippers, Kevin Love Anderson going to the Jazz, who suck. But somebody got to go play in Utah. Let me know what you think, though. Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another and share if you like. I think the Heat are good enough as a first round casualty, playing tournament style. They got to make a move. I don't know if they can do anything though, but this is a start. I'm out.